Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Black Ops Character Analysis. This is going to be our last Black Ops 1 character analysis, and then next week we're going to move on to Black Ops 2 campaign characters, and then after the campaign characters in Black Ops 2, we're going to move on to the Black Ops 2 zombies characters, so all four of those main characters. And then that'll kind of be it for Black Ops. I'm not necessarily sure my plans for the next character analysis, but the Black Ops 2 character analysis should, it'll be going for a few weeks, so I'll figure all that out and announce it when it's when it's ready and everything's good and ready. So, but yeah, this will be our last Black Ops 1 character analysis today. And today it's going to be Takeo. So Takeo is probably one of my most favorite characters, honestly. He is one of the, coolest characters. He's not really, well, I don't want to say he's really involved in the story, but he doesn't really take a particular side in any story. But he's probably one of my most favorite characters in the Black Ops 1 zombies. So let's start right off. Getting it always from the COD Wiki. The COD Wiki, I cannot say it enough. I say it every video. It is probably one of the best sites ever. It gives you all the info on all the Black Ops characters you need to know, and it certainly helps me with my character analysis and, reading off of it. So, huge props to the COD Wiki. So, Captain Takeo Masaki Takeo, was a Japanese soldier who fought in the Imperial Japanese Army and is a playable main character in Zombies, as well as a major character in the Ether story. His player indicator color is yellow in Call of Duty World at War and COD Black Ops 1, shared with Richard Nixon and Danny Trejo, but is randomized in Moon and all subsequent maps. An alternate version of Takeo known as Primus Takeo, appears in Origins, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and reappears in COD 3. And the giant deer Eshtarashi, Zubashu no Shima, I know I bombed all those names as always, which also features a good original timeline Takeo, Garad Krovi, and Revelation. The original timeline Takeo, now known as Ultimus Takeo, returns as a playable character and classified in Call of Duty Black Ops 4, while Primus Takeo is playable in Blood of the Dead. Both versions are playable in Alpha Omega and in the Blackout game mode if they are unlocked. Both also appear in the cinematics for Dr. Toten. And now we're going to get into his story, and this is probably one of my favorite. I mean, it's kind of really right off the bat, but it's already kind of one of my favorite parts of Takeo's story here. Overseeing the Rising Sun facility on November 5th, 1942, Takeo Masaki was dispatched by the Emperor to oversee the work of Group 935 and Division 9 at the Rising Sun facility in Japan. On June 15th, 1943, Takeo reported to the Emperor that the work being done at the Rising Sun facility was unacceptable, and getting captured by Group 935 on July 24th, 1943, on the orders of the Emperor, Imperial Japanese Army Captain Takeo Masaki was taken prisoner by the Group 935 and Division 9. Later on, he was used as a test subject for experiments. On July 15, 1945, Dr. Edward Richtofen traveled to the Siberian facility to do further research on live specimens. Group 935 begins transmitting 3 test subjects for experimentation, Nikolai, Pablo, and Takeo, alongside fellow test subjects. An American soldier named Tank Dempsey, who had replaced the Mexican spy who was accidentally killed named Pablo Maneras, I think that's how you say that, and a Soviet soldier named Nikolai Belinsky, who are able to be exposed to the serums and element 115, causing memory loss. And in Takeo's case, loss of interaction, as Richtofen stated, he's still staring at the floor, muttering what sounds like some kind of proverb over and over again, seeking to create the Argathian device as a backup plan to reach Argatha. Richtofen creates the elemental shard using his soul, as well as the soul of the 3 test subjects, including Takeo, permanently binding them to the ether itself. On September 27, 1945, Takeo, along with the other 3 test subjects, were put to sleep until further need to reawaken them. On October 14, 1945, Takeo, along with the other test subjects, are reawakened by Richtofen with no memory of who they are or who Richtofen is. Dempsey, along with Nikolai and Takeo, agree to help him. The 4 would become known as Ultimus, so that really establishes the Ultimus storyline. On October 21, 1945, Takeo, along with the rest of the Ultimus crew, venture off to Group 935's Rising Sun facility in Japan to obtain Richtofen's diary. Unknown to Takeo, along with Dempsey and Nikolai, the plans Richtofen detailed in his diary to take control of the zombies and destroy the crew along with Samantha Maxis, who is the current controller of the zombies, once he obtains power from the MPD. On October 28, 1945, Ultimus then returned to Deer Reese. Following the Richtofen's orders, they planned to use the teleport to the moon and confront Samantha. Unfortunately, the Wunderwaffle DG-2 overloaded and the teleporter sended them through time, which caused Richtofen to drop his diary, which actually turned out to be pretty important. From Deer Reese, Ultimus teleported through time and space and ended up at the Kino facility on October 28, 1963, another station once ran by Group 935, which was located at an abandoned theater in Germany. Unbeknownst to them, they begin to receive help at this point from Dr. Monty, a keeper who added changes in the background across time, with things such as chalk drawings of the weapons on the walls, helping Group 935 come up with the idea to make Perca-Colas and etc. And then this is the chapter where they help Gersh. Ultimus located a lunar lander and flew to the Ascension facility in Soviet territory, which is where Richtofen finds out his diary is located. Ultimus then arrived at the Soviet Cosmodrome on November 6, 1963, and following Richtofen's orders, free Atten Gersh, a scientist who worked from the Ascension group from the Casimir mechanism, after Samantha corrupted Yuri Zavosky. I think that's how you say that. Excuse me if it's not. Another scientist from the Ascension group, and obeyed her wish by tricking Gersh into activating the Gersh device. The rift created by it and absorbed him and allowed Samantha to travel through. Richtofen recovered his diary and learned that they need the Vero device from the Siberian facility for his plan. Maintaining the ether reform, Gersh sent Ultimus into a rift to the next destination before beginning his travels across space and time. The group then teleports to Group 935 Siberian facility on March 17, 2011, where George Romero is filming a zombie movie with 4 well-known actors. Samantha, in her pursuit of Ultimus, unleashes an undead outbreak. The celebrities find the group trapped in a small room. The film stars fight the undead horde, ultimately recovering the Vero device for Richtofen. And then this is kind of where we're going to get into the grand finale of Takeo and his Ultimus version. So completing Richtofen's grand scheme. Helping everything necessary to complete his plan, Richtofen teleported the group to Hangar 18 in Area 51 on October 13, 2025. Overrun by zombies, Ultimus quickly ran to the teleporter in the hangar, which teleported them to Griffith Station on the moon. Using the Vero device and the focusing stone, Richtofen had completed his grand scheme and swaps bodies with Samantha on the moon, giving him full control of the zombies and the ether. Takeo, along with Dempsey and Nikolai, then realized Richtofen's scheme for the unlimited power and attempted to stop him by contacting Ludwig Maxis, who was present at Griffin Station on the moon. Instead of helping the trio, however, Maxis manipulated them by claiming that Richtofen's link could be destroyed by launching 3 missiles to sever the link from Argothia and the moon. The trio went forward with a plan to fire the missiles, only for the Earth's ozone layer to become polluted, and for the explosion as a result of the missiles to create more zombies and further chaos. Takeo, along with the rest of the Ultimus crew, end up time-traveling from the moon and back to the Pentagon, as revealed and classified. The 4 were discovered by Cornelius Purnell, who recognized Dempsey and Richtofen, who at the time were brain dead due to Samantha's soul no longer inhabiting his body. Takeo and the others are held captive in Hangar 4 on Groom Lake for potential Element 115 experiments from the U.S. government. Takeo is alive but traumatized by the events that occurred on the moon. And I quote here from Primus, Captain Takeo Masaki comes from a noble family that dolefully served the Emperor for 4 decades. After the events of Dear Esther Ranch, I'm sorry, I really cannot read that. Takeo's unwavering sense of loyalty will be tested as he fights along Tank, Nikolai, and Richtofen in their quest to secure a better tomorrow. And that's Takeo's bio from Black Ops 3. And that's kind of it for Takeo's Ultimus version. That's kind of all I was going to read for today. Just really his Ultimus story, which is really kind of the original character story, which is kind of what I have been doing here. That's it. I love Takeo. Takeo is probably one of my most favorite characters. He is a really cool character, and just kind of how he looks and what he does. I think it's cool that his sword that he has, even though I know you can't use it in zombies, unfortunately, but you see it in cutscenes, his sword that he has. I think it's just kind of cool. He's kind of like an emperor, Japanese emperor and stuff like that. I think he's pretty cool. Just kind of his character, his abilities, and his looks and everything like that. I think that's pretty cool. So he's probably one of my most favorite characters of all time, at least in Black Ops 1. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So comment down below what you guys think of Takeo. That's it for Black Ops 1 character analysis. So next week we'll be moving on to the Black Ops 2 campaign characters. And then after that we'll move on to Black Ops 2 zombies characters. And then we'll kind of go from there with character analysis. Like I said, I have a lot of characters planned, character analysis planned for a lot of different games and stuff. So stay tuned. This series has definitely been going for a long time. But that'll be it for today. So make sure to subscribe for more content, like the video, all the good stuff. Discord, Twitch, Instagram, links in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video.